Hey y'all. How you do, how you be, how you feel? I'm sure that you all are wondering where the fuck have I been? It's been a hot minute since I have been on YouTube and creating content and trying to remember which fucking way the camera is and all of that. But I have been away wrestling with my calling and my purpose of being a shit stirrer. No, but really, it's taken me a long time to accept my purpose and my role at its core here on planet Mother Earth. And so, yeah, we're going to talk about it a little bit, okay? So, it has taken me time to wrap my mind around the fact that because my choice as a woman is to be single and child free, to not be a wife, to not be a mother, that that essentially makes us, that collective group of women in particular, villains of the patriarchy. And I think that when you grow up as a little girl in a patriarchal society that drills into you, that teaches you that the greatest aspiration that you're supposed to have in life is to be a wife, to be a mom, to devote your life to your husband and your children and your family and his legacy. When even as a little girl, you don't fit or don't want that ideology, that paradigm to be your reality, it causes a lot of internal battles and struggles. And y'all, when I tell you that the light feminine and dark feminine inside of me, them bitches been battling, okay, because all I really care about is women and our pleasure, our comfort, our empowerment, our upliftment, our acknowledgement. I could care less about giving you advice how to be more feminine to attract a man or a relationship or a partner or whatever it is. I don't give a shit about that. Anything that I teach you on this channel is always so that you can be the greatest, highest, most favorite version of yourself, your truest self, that you want to be specifically just for you. And it was hard for me to, even now, like I get emotional just saying that because I understand that being that woman alienates me from a lot of society because so many people in society are caught up in the game of, you know, become this person so you can attract the right partner, heal and be better so that you can be better for the next person, the next partner, the next relationship. When, I don't believe in that philosophy. I believe that the work that you do is always supposed to be for yourself solely, only. Because when you decide to become a better person and a better version of yourself for you, it's a ripple effect. It naturally affects every other relationship and facet of your life. So you don't have to do anything extra. But yeah, when you are growing, healing, glowing up for yourself, it naturally affects the people around you that you come into contact with. So, people that are prioritizing the advice of growing and healing just so you can be better for other people, even though they try and preface it like the healing and growing that you do is for you, if you're a dating coach, I don't really know how I agree with you because your whole premise is, nah, son, you're not good enough as you are. Because if you were, then you would have attracted a worthy man by now. You would be chosen. You would be taken care of. You would already be protected and provided for, sis. If you had already done the work to be the best version of yourself that you can be, why don't you have a man that reflects that, sis? Bitch, I don't know. Maybe I'm not out here trying to grow for a man. Maybe I'm just out here like trying to up my aura and my energy frequency and my vibration and my grow and my glow so that I can attract the things that I want, that I desire, that bring me pleasure and joy and fulfillment and peace into my vortex. Maybe that's what I'm doing. That's it, and that's all. And so, yeah, it's been really hard for me to uh, date. It's been really hard for me to have male friends because it's interesting that you find that even the men that try to be and say that they are good men will at some point in time decide to be shitty human beings. Whether they are doing it on purpose or whether, the ego takes over or they have a selfish moment or a self preservation moment, at some point in time, the lower, more primal part of a man is going to take over. I have friends that are very good men, very good human beings, but they still have moments where they flirt with me, whether I want to be flirted with or not, whether I have said, hey, that's not a part of our friendship. Like, we've been friends for a long time. We don't flirt. Like, I see you as a brother, so please don't do that anymore. Even then, they'll tell me, okay. But a couple months will go by. Hell, maybe not even a couple months. Maybe it'll be a few weeks, and then it turns into the same thing. And then you have to decide at that point, okay, I've already expressed a boundary and you've crossed it. So are we going to continue to be friends, or do I need to cut you off because you can't respect this boundary that I've put into our friendship? I find it very challenging to navigate male female dynamic relationships now with because yeah, I think that I naturally always give off a very like sexual energy. My sacral chakra has been very active just my whole life. It's just been on 1,000. So it doesn't matter if I am trying to give off nice vibes, nurturing vibes, healing vibes. The vibe that attracts men to me is the vixen, the seductress, the she's a very freaky girl, okay, like that part seems to call them more than anything. And so that's been really hard and challenging for me to deal with since I love men, like I love men down, okay. I'm very attracted to them, but there's this odd thing that is happening within me, that I'm not attracted to men romantically anymore. Even if I am attracted to them sexually, just who they are as human beings, like the male species in general, honey, throw this whole version away because what is happening? What is really happening out here in these digital, uh, global streets? We're not even going to talk about that whole group chat of those 70,000 plus men if you don't know about a Google assist. We're not going to talk about it because we know it exists. And we know that it's not the only forum like that that exists with the sole purpose and premise of men teaching each other how to hurt women and children. And so I think that everything that is happening in the world at large has just made me very averse to the idea of companionship with a man. And I have tried very hard to go swim over in the lady pond. Baby, I even changed my profile on Hinge to women and men and have y'all, men. What the fuck is wrong with you, by the way? Because there are some gorgeous women that are single all over this fucking city. And I'm just like gagging at how many beautiful women are single. I also do hear though that the lesbian population has its own version and level of crazy. So I just, at this point, I don't think I want to be a part of any of it. And so that has been very hard for me to come to terms with, um, because I think that alienating yourself from the patriarchy in a patriarchal society makes you feel like your purpose is not important or is inferior to the greater, purpose, or is counterproductive, counterintuitive to whatever the global shift is that is happening. But when we really sit down, we really think about it, we know that's not true, because women are rising. Women as a collective are waking the fuck up. We are activating. We are embracing our personal power. And many of us are deciding not to give it away to a man, to a relationship, to kids, to being a wife, to those duties and responsibilities. And so, I realized and I recognized that that is where my purpose is. That is where my calling is to step in and step up and to embrace and nurture single childless women and teach you, me, us how to heal, how to grow, and how to glow. Because the world at large is against us primarily. Like, we are the villain in the story of patriarchy. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I am happy to focus on my tribe, supporting them, nurturing them, uplifting them, encouraging them, inspiring them, motivating them, and giving them a safe space to process what the fuck is happening around us. Because women are under attack. And bitch, half of the population is drinking the juju's. They're drinking the juice, baby. Okay. So it's up to us to continue the fight for women to embrace their full power outside of the context of a relationship. A relationship should only be an addition to the ever laying, ever elaborate, ever evolving fabric of who you are as a woman first. Okay, all those other platitudes, all those other labels, all those other accolades are second to you being a woman. That's where the power is. That's where the magic is. That's where the wonder, the spice of life is. And so I am happy to be back and to be creating content again. Um, I will still be doing readings. Thank you. Firstly, for those of you that are still watching, y'all some real ninjas, okay? Give me some paw, especially for all my Leos out there. I will still be creating, metaphysical, astrological, tarot content, but it will be less focused on like, this is the weekly reading. I really just wanted to be like, hey, Spirit gave me this message for y'all. And so here, I'm just giving, you want it? It's right here. So that's how I'm going to be presenting that information now. It's not specifically going to be like, oh, you need to watch out for Pookie and Ray Ray over there, or so and so is conspiring against you. There's plenty of other tarot readers that you can go to for that. So yeah, I think I'm being much more intentional about how I curate my channel going forward, and really being very specific about who it is that I'm talking to. If you are a single childless woman, I'm talking to you. Okay. There's a lot of work that has to be done as far as finding our place in a society that says that we don't have one. And I just always want you guys to know that if you need somebody to talk to, if you need a safe space, drop a comment, reach out to me. Um, I feel so passionately and so strongly about this that, yeah, I'm just really excited to get back to pouring into you guys. And anything that you want to talk about, any sort of content that you would like me to create, also drop that in the chat below, because in the comments, because I really want to craft and curate content that is valuable to you. I am in the process of revamping some of my ebooks. I'm really excited about a couple of them. One of them in particular, the Sage Way. Uh, it's about healing, growing, and glowing. So we're going to talk about that in depth. And there's another one that's really juicy about mastering your dark feminine energy. And so I will be putting those things up. I still am working on my store. I can't decide if I want to do Beacon or link.bio or Stan or whatever. I I have to kind of get caught back up on all of that shit. Sorry. Jesus. Got tongue tied. Okay, it's time for me to stop because clearly I'm running on E now, and that's the end of this. But I'm really happy and excited to be back on my channel. Thank you guys for all of you that have watched all the way to the end. Make sure that you like, share, comment, click that subscribe button, and let's get ready to take this journey into the unknown together.